Your birthday coming up? Look how pretty. I'm obsessed with candelabras. There. Oh, can you see her? She's right there. Ah! This little flowers made it really cohesive and cute.
Poetry in motion. Yeah.
Doing swell. I just hopped off of our director team meeting, just kind of doing these monthly check-ins right now, going over our new quarter objectives, what we need to strive for, and then also just kind of updating on what the advertising and sponsorship team is doing currently. So we had a director actually come in and kind of give us a rundown of some of the commercials that are going to be filmed this week. But actually, with that in mind, I got invited because I've done some modeling work for my company through my actual agency, but they have a video shoot that's going on Wednesday for an ad, and there was so much to do last minute, and I'm trying to learn how to say no and not take a ton of stuff on, because work can be slow at some moments, but then it can be super overwhelming. So I'm trying to just make sure what I have on my plate, it aligns with my actual job description and what I want to be doing for my career moving forward, and also the progression that I want to have within my career, because I started out as a senior and now I'm an advisor. So my next goal is to become a principal and then continuously move up from there. I think I want to become a principal next and then shoot for a manager. I just want some of that analytical skill and research skill that comes with that principal role, because I think that would be so perfect for the next role, which is a manager. But with just kind of catching up from being out of town for the past week in Cancun, I legit came back to over 150 emails, and luckily they were just CCing me on a lot of stuff. My teammates did a phenomenal job with just the brand reviews and brand integration stuff while I was out. So it wasn't a ton of stuff to follow up on, but there was quite a bit with just litigation and documents and things along that nature. So I finally got to a good spot over the last couple of days, because I came back on Thursday working and Friday. So today I logged in and I only have 9 emails. So really good from over 150. But as I've been planning and doing stuff at work, I was okay, let's figure out some Q3 goals, which I typically don't do. I have goals and stuff that I plan and try to work towards, but I'm trying to structure my structure a little bit differently. Not so much having these clear-cut goals, but little things that I can be doing every day to kind of improve and also reach to these bigger goals that I do have, because after trial and error, I feel that is the best way to kind of achieve things that you want to accomplish. So with me being an advisor, me being in brand, for example, I needed to go back and get my master's and be in school, because I have to learn some of those research and analytical skills. That was a step for me to get my advisor position and getting to brand. Doing social media and being in the modeling industry and just having my YouTube channel, both the gaming and lifestyle, having that also made me a candidate for brand. So it's little things that you're doing that eventually add up. So as I have been just kind of doing all of that stuff, getting off my last meeting, I have one more meeting later on today. So I have a little free moment. I'm probably going to eat something and then film a Sims video on my lunch break. But I looked at some of my Q3 goals, and I don't really break my goals out into quarters, but I do at work. So it's it works so beneficially within work. Why not actually do them within my personal stuff? So I was inspired by Kennedy, who's Cozy K here, on YouTube because she did something within her recent vlog, and I'm catching up on her vlogs and stuff like that. But she like planned out her quarter goals, and I was like, that is so smart. So I kind of took her like Pinterest template and remade it for my like little vibes and stuff. So I'm gonna kind of go over it because I think that's fun, because of course we're like in the second month of Q3 in August, but still some of these things I did do within July that I can talk about, and then also what I kind of want to finish up before we get into September and concluding Q3 and then heading into Q4. So I have it broken down into about 5 segments. So we have personal, creative, career, social, and finances. So with personal, I want to do less doom scrolling. I love to doom scroll. I'm just like looking at shorts and stuff, even though I don't have a TikTok. Still, all the TikToks are on YouTube shorts. So it's the same thing of like doom scrolling, and instead of doing that, I want to replace it with reading at least 2 books this quarter. Now I think I'm gonna do that easily, but I feel like I need to start off like at a good base rather than like shooting for the stars, which I typically do, and then you feel kind of bad when you don't read like 6 books in a quarter. Girl, why'd you put 6 books down? I should have did 2. So when I do like 3 or 4, I feel really, really good and super accomplished. So you have to trick yourself a little bit. But read 2 books, create a quarterly vision board, which is on my agenda this week to do, because I have a little bit of downtime, especially at work, when I get all this stuff kind of wrapped up. Hopefully I have some downtime at work, and then also just at home and stuff. So I want to create a quarterly vision board, which I love Pinterest, so I want to do a little bit more of that. Be okay with downtime and rest. Sometimes we feel so guilty, so I want to just be okay with just resting. And I feel like I've gotten okay with it as the years progress, but I just want to continue to be a little bit better with like being okay with that. And then body movement. So replacing like working out and running and doing that stuff, I want to restructure the way I think about it. So just say like body movement every day. So whether they be walking, yoga, being outside, running, gardening, just keeping my body moving. And so with creative, quality over quantity with gaming in this lifestyle channel. So I do have like goals, of course, but I want to make sure I'm putting out the best quality over quantity. So just like reshifting the way I think about content, still like uploading regularly, like weekly and stuff like that, and a couple of times a week actually, but quality over quantity. I want to be proud of everything I put out and not have to go back and like unlist and private stuff, which I kind of did. I just wanted like a clean start when I like rebranded my channel with Swell with Alexis. So I wanted to kind of mimic my Doing Swell channel, and I've always been saying like Doing Swell and stuff for the past 9-8 years that I've been on YouTube, but just kind of like reshifting the focus a little bit and rebranding just a teeny bit. Work on photo albums and scrapbooking. I did get quite a bit, not quite a bit, but like a few things to kind of help me with scrapbooking, because I've been putting off my yearly photo albums. I have so many pictures, so I really want to like hunker down this quarter and do some more scrapbooking and photo album organization, because that can be also with me just doing some downtown activities, not doom scrolling, replacing it with something that I know will be beneficial later on, because we love photo album. Painting and decorating our home a bit more. Painted our bedroom. I painted our living room, which you saw. Doing like a gallery wall. I reorganized my office a little bit. I took away that cushion. I put it back up front because that was a part of the couch up front, just because we like to host and the couch just needed to be bigger. I just didn't want that extra like clutter in my room. And just like redecorating and just making sure like everything is curated for like my aesthetic, and then avoid perfectionism, embrace opportunities to learn and grow. This is something that I took off of Kennedy's because I just love that. Avoid like trying to compare yourself to other people, and just embrace like every opportunity for you to just improve and grow steadily. That little 1% just continuously getting better. So I want to like shift my focus with that as well. With career, I've been steadily winning Rising Stars, which is like a recognition for like the work or projects that you're doing. So they just sent out another one. I want to win another Rising Star. I won one last quarter, so I want to do another one because that just looks so good on your resume and just just continuously like getting opportunities within work and promoting and all that good stuff. So I want to continuously do well within my work so I can win another rising star, develop my research skills, what kind of goes hand in hand with me getting that principal role, and just doing projects in general that reflect that principal role. And I want to approach each task relaxed with full attention. That was something else that she noted. And that is so important, because when you don't approach things, especially within like a corporate setting, you're like flustered with anything. You're like flustered and scatterbrained. You go back and read, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't read between the lines. I should have taken some more time to respond. What I responded just sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about. Just approaching everything with like a relaxed, clean atmosphere so I can really delve into what's needed. So you don't have like a million emails going back and forth. You got what you need within that response and just within the work you're doing. And then learning to say no and avoid work that doesn't fit my requirements, like that video shoot that I was gonna do on Wednesday. I had to email them this morning and say it just is not within my bandwidth. So learning how to say no and being perfectly fine with that. Of course, my coworkers are amazing, but I still want to be like a team player and stuff like that. But you got to realize you have to say no, because you have to protect yourself in the run. For social, friend date once a month, one friend check-in a week as well. Don't overextend myself, say no, embrace vulnerability and interactive plans like hosting game nights, hosting paint nights, having people over for dinner, going out to dinner, going for walks, stuff like that, where you don't have to just like sit around and doom scroll together, like watching movies and stuff like that. And then finances, not to fault anything, I've actually been donating so much stuff. I've been going through my closet, donating things that I just don't wear. I love to keep those what if outfits, but I gotta get rid of them. So I did that. I parted with some things that I just been holding on. And I don't want to buy anything this quarter. So buying like food and stuff, of course I need that. But no more shoes, no more clothes. Clothes is my thing because I love good free people anthropology, but no buying for myself unless it's for something I just absolutely need, which I don't think I need anything right now. And of course, like birthdays and stuff, because we have a lot of family members with birthdays in August and September. So of course I'm gonna buy something for them for their birthday. But for me, no clothes buying. Save 5 to 10% of income into a high yield savings account. I got that from Kennedy as well, but then also my husband's been saying that too. I need to do a little bit more research because the bank I use for my savings account, I need to find one that has a high yield saving just so it can be making money while my money is just chilling in there. So not to like go too into our finances, but we have like a joint account, bank, then we have play money, and then in the joint account, that's where our mortgage, light, gas, and water, groceries, like if we need a new condenser, need new heating, stuff like that, like big purchases, the fence, stuff like that. That's the joint account. And then we have our play money accounts where we can do whatever we want to. And then on top of that, we have our savings accounts, which we don't touch unless it's like an emergency. We just keep that there for savings. If family members need help out with something, it'll come from those savings accounts. So I just need to find a different savings account for me. And then eating out no more than 1 or 2 times a week. We are very guilty of this. We do cook a lot, but we love the social aspect of going out. So I don't know how realistic that is gonna be, but at least like no more than 2 times a week. I think that's doable. And that's it. And that's how my template is looking too, if you can see. Let me take my work stuff down so you can just see this. But I designed it, it looks pretty cute. Let me zoom in a little bit. So yeah, put some little flowers, made it really cohesive and cute. So I'm gonna download this as a PDF and save it so I can have it visible throughout this quarter. I think I might actually take a break from work because I have been nonstop since about 8 a.m. and it is 10:46, so I am overdue for a little break. So I'm gonna do that right now. Eat a little food, film a Sims video, and then come back and kind of finish everything up because we have a little birthday party to go to this afternoon. I'm excited to be back from vacation and getting back to things that make me feel swell and with love and happiness and just feel so cozy. So I'll see you in a bit. wait to get home and put on some chill clothes. I went and picked up my ring. Oh my gosh, it is so gorgeous. I got it from the coin store, which is my husband's gold and silver business, well, silver and coin business. And they had this ring, and I got it, but it was a little too big, so I got it resized at one of like the diamond places here because they can resize it, and it fits perfectly on my pinky, which is what I wanted. And then I have my pesos ring as well. Went to Trader Joe's on my lunch break, and I got an oil change like a responsible adult. And I just put the groceries. It was just like kale and some yogurt. I put those in the fridge at work because no one uses the fridge really, except for like 3 of us who actually bring our lunch in. So it was plenty of room in there. And then after work, came home, dropped my stuff off, went to go pick up my ring, and then I went to Kroger to get a few other things that Trader Joe's didn't have, like really good grapes to take for lunch, some plastic baggies for like our chips and stuff for lunch, and sparkling waters. And then I got some things from Trader Joe's and Kroger to make a Hugo drink. So that is going to be on the roster for tonight, a nice cocktail. I finished editing my Sims videos, a little bit of the Cancun vlog. So I'm literally going to chill out on the couch tonight, watch Kendall play Red Dead Redemption because I've been begging him to play. I love watching people play video games, and it looks like such a good video game. So it's like, Kendall, you have to get it and you have to play it so I can watch. So I'm just going to sit there with our cocktails. Kendall's going to make turkey bowls tonight, which are so good. And I'm going to watch him play video games. And that sounds like a pretty good night in my opinion because I was working way too hard today. Way too hard. And Kim was like, I was also working really hard. So hopefully the rest of the week is going to be pretty chill because legit I was glued to my desk all freaking day. I was like, I have to leave my desk on lunch. So that's why I got some fresh air, but I got a lot of stuff accomplished, which feels really, really good. So the rest of the week should be really, really good. Got a couple of meetings tomorrow, so should be nice. And then I sent over some stuff about some of the projects that I'm going to be taking on, and I was like, I need some of these projects to be taken off. So I have a meeting with my manager tomorrow to talk about some of the fun stuff and also just reassessing some of the things that I own moving forward. So being a big girl, advocating for myself as you should, but I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to take off all my jewelry and my makeup. And Bubba Sassy, come here, honey. Hi, baby. Why do you run away from my love? There go my baby. Your birthday coming up? Are you gonna be 3, honey? You gonna be 3? You gonna be such a big boy. In from work. I legit was at my desk all freaking day, so I was like, I have to go, have to break up this time. But we have a lot of team members in from all over because we have a big tournament that's going on this week. They're doing a lot of social media stuff, so it was kind of like a full house today, which is very surprising because it's usually a ghost town. But I washed my hair yesterday because I really wanted to wear it curly and not slicked back. And Kendall helped me actually do it this morning. He was like, what if you pull it up? And so we kind of like maneuvered all like the little clippies and claw clips and stuff. And I got so many compliments on it. It's just in this in-between awkward phase of growing out right now. But this is like nice because I'm not like tugging at it. I don't have to put like edge control or anything like that. It's just curly and out of my face. But after work, I did decide to go to the antique mall just because there's a few like little things that I want to kind of improve in the house. Kendall is actually assigned and tasked because he really wants to redo these 2 shelves. So I said, go at it. So he's gonna kind of like redecorate it and stuff, because my grandma actually redecorated the two back there, and then we're gonna do the gallery wall together. But when I painted a couple of weeks ago in the gallery room, or the dining room, as well as our bedroom, I was like, okay, well, I want some sconces on the side of our bedroom, like above the lamps, because we have this gorgeous like hunter green color now, and I wanted some gold to make it pop. And then we also got some pictures, and I want to put like a big landscaping picture right there, and then we're gonna redo it as well, because if you saw that a few vlogs ago, that was probably like a year ago when we first moved into this house. Hot mess, so we need to redo those pictures. But anywho, I got a few things from the thrift store, and I'm actually really glad that I did go to the antique store. Well, it's a thrift antique store, but I'm really glad that I did go, because the lady's booth that I got all of this stuff from, she's going out of business, which is sad, but everything was 70% off, so I didn't spend like $50 on all of this stuff, which I'm very excited about. So first, I got this gorgeous 1950s picnic basket. Now I'm gonna romanticize the heck out of fall. It's too hot outside right now, but in the fall time, taking some picnics with Kendall and Bo to the park is just so beautiful, and it's in really good shape. She said it was 1950s because of like the plastic that they use on these type, so I'm just gonna take her at face value and say that that is true. But it's a really, really, really pretty like little picnic basket. I'm so excited. And then I got this little jar. I just thought that was so cute and kitschy. Now it doesn't match with any of our decor, but my idea is to put like hair stuff in here. So like as my hair is growing out, like bobby pins and elastics and all that fun stuff, and putting it in my like little hair drawer up there. Or I might put pads and stuff in it and stick it in the little closet too. So it's got a few uses out of it that I'm kind of cultivating in the brain. Last but not least, these are so heavy too. I'm making it seem like it's lightweight, but it is so heavy. Look how pretty. I'm obsessed with candelabras. I have some fine silver ones. I have some from when we travel. I'm just obsessed with candelabras. I saw these because they had a candelabra aspect on them. Now y'all, these two together were like 30 bucks. She said they came out of like an East home. I can't say like the location because like live by, but it came out of a mansion when they were having an estate sale. So they're so freaking gorgeous, and I'm so excited about them. Oh, Kendall's definitely gonna have to hang those up with brackets because they're way too heavy, so we're gonna have to really like make sure we hang them up properly and get some right screws and brackets, because those are so heavy, but they're gonna look so beautiful. So I think I can't take off my makeup because I have a church meeting tonight. I have one every Wednesday because I'm on the steering committee for like this professional program where you partner people with like mentors and proteges. You kind of go through this whole seminar around the city where you hear from like leaders and speakers. You learn like business acumen, network, and how to just bring God in your faith and stuff like that within your workplace. And it's a really good networking thing, but I'm on the steering committee, which basically means I help plan it. So I've been revising the curriculum. There's about like 15 of us now on the steering committee, so we kind of split it up. So I'm working on the curriculum and also like the overnight thing with another person on the team. And we're also planning like the questions and stuff that the speakers can just like prep for before they come and speak, in case there's any questions to ask after the meetings. But it's a really fun event, and it happens like a couple times a month for like almost 2 quarters, and we serve like dinner and stuff, and we have a speaker, question, answer, network, and then we have a book as well. It's called Lead Like Jesus. So I have that meeting this afternoon, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably just chill out, because that sounds really nice, because it's like 90 degrees again. So Bo's outside. I have tomatoes, which I can't wait to show you on Friday. I'm gonna give them a few more days to cook out in the sun, and then I'm gonna properly show you like what's growing in my garden, which I'm so excited about. But I'm gonna maybe do a little bit of cleaning of this stuff, just because I don't know if they've been properly cleaned, because antique store, but they can do with a little Lysol, a little cleaning, a little bleach, just to kill all the germs off of it. And hopefully we can hang these up soon. Happy Friday. It is a work from home day and I'm on my lunch break. Just finished filming another episode of the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge for my Sims channel. So now I'm going to make a little bit of lunch and then respond to some emails because we did have a brand thing that went out this morning kind of telling people that their Canva access is not being used, so it's going to be retired. So I need to go in and monitor those emails and then send them to the Canva lead. And then I think I'm pretty much done for the day. I kind of prepped and stuff during the earlier half of the week, kind of got everything done and stuff like that. So the only thing I have to do is send over a recap because I was managing the brand inbox this week. So I'm gonna send a brand recap to my team so they're prepared for next week, and I'm good to go. I do have a doctor's appointment later on, so I think I'm gonna get a fun coffee after that. I also need to run by church and get my t-shirt for our leadership thing that we're wearing for the next couple weekends. So I need to go and pick up that as well, and then drop off a picnic basket because one of Kendall's employees at his business, he's going on a cute date with his girlfriend, and I was telling him about the picnic basket I thrifted. So I was like, let me clean it and then you can take it for your date, of course, but the only requirement is that you have to send me a cute picture of the picnic basket at the park. So I think he is going to do that. So that's pretty much everything really. I need to do a few little church items, which shouldn't take too long, and then hopefully this afternoon as well I can film another Sims video because I am on a roll. I feel like I'm taking my time a little bit more with the Sims videos, so I'm really proud of the way that it's turning out. But I refreshed my hair. I need to fluff it up a little bit, but refreshed it some. So I like the little flip up. I think that's really cute. But anywho, I'm rambling at this point. Let's turn this light off and let's grab some lunch. Just finished a walk and a little workout, so I want to show you the status of the garden. Okay, here goes the watermelons. They're sprouting pretty nicely, not gonna lie. They are in season to plant, so I'm fingers crossed so we get some watermelons. And then also these are pumpkins over here. I don't know if I should have split these, but I figured that since the green beans didn't grow as much doing the first type of till, then maybe as time progresses we'll get more. But sprouting really nicely. And then coming over here, I think that's going to be a project for this upcoming week. This is supposed to be squash, and these are my green beans, but my green beans are kind of gone. I don't know if it was the heat, they just kind of evaporated. So I might divvy off this area right here and actually put this for the green beans just so they can flourish, because I did get a few of those. But y'all, look, one little tomato, another little tomato, but look at that beauty back there. Oh, can you see her? She's right there. So I'm gonna pick that right now. Look at my tomato. She's so beautiful. And it smells so lovely too. I'm just so proud. Bo is still outside. Bobo, ready to go inside? Come on, honey. I think I'm going to end the vlog off here, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next weekly vlog.